and some of our dual degree options, as well as internships, employment, what we need for our graduate level business programs in terms of the application and eligibility. I'll talk a little bit about the deadlines and how transfer credits can work, and then leave time at the end for questions as well as my contact information. So to get started, Eller offers now over 20 different graduate degree programs. We won't have time to cover all of them individually, but I wanted to highlight those that are STEM designated for us that come with that additional STEM extension for OPT. So I've listed those programs here as well as our rankings. These rankings are a combination of US News and World Report as well as QS. So we offer an MS in accounting, which is ranked number 13 with US News and World Report for public accounting programs. That is for students that are interested in getting their CPA license here in the United States. We offer an MS in business analytics, which is currently ranked number 10 for public. We offer an MS in economics, which is currently ranked number 8, and that ranking comes from QS. Our MS in finance program is ranked number 16 and is ranked number 1 for employment outcomes from the Financial Times. And then one of our most popular degrees is our MS in management information systems. You'll hear me call this our MIS program throughout the presentation here. We've been ranked number 1 in that for the last 20 years. So it's a program that we've been offering for a really long time that has a very good reputation. So we offer a lot of other options, which I'll touch briefly on later in the presentation, but these are those that we offer on campus that carry that STEM designation with the OPT extension. Another popular option for our graduate programs, our graduate students, I should say, is to combine programs together. We call this a dual degree. These are examples of our STEM designated dual degrees that you'll see can be put together. In general, these programs will take you 2 years. We do require that you submit 1 application for each program, and then if you are admitted into both, you would then be a dual degree student studying in both areas. So I've listed some of the more popular dual degree options that we have, with our number 1 being a combination of our MS in business analytics and our MS in marketing program. Now, our MS in marketing is not STEM designated on its own, but it is STEM designated when it's combined with one of the other STEM degrees, and the most popular of that being our business analytics program. So if you're interested in marketing and interested in marketing research and marketing analytics, that's definitely something I would recommend looking into. When it comes to dual degrees, as I mentioned, the STEM designation extension of 36 months does apply for any of these combinations that you see on the screen. So business analytics and marketing, finance and economics, business analytics with accounting, accounting and finance, business analytics and finance. There are a lot of different ways that you can combine these. We have over 20 different combinations, but if the degree you're interested in happens to be combined with a STEM program, then you would receive that OPT following the completion of your degree. In terms of internship and employment, I know that this is a big area of concern for all of our students, and particularly for our international students. Some of our programs do offer the opportunity to do an internship, which would be completed through CPT. After the first 2 semesters that you take, if your program offers the 16-month mode, this is most popular with our MS in Business Analytics program, which is one of our STEM degrees. In the 16-month model, you would take classes in the fall and in the spring, and then your internship would take place over the summer, followed by a second fall semester when you come back. As I mentioned, this is only available for some programs, but it can be a way for you to get some work experience during the program and use some of that CPT before you graduate. When you are here as a student, you have access to our career resources, our employment fairs. You'll have a program coordinator that works with you discussing what it is that you'd like to do after graduation, and we will assist you in finding the internship that you're interested in. In terms of employment, Eller as a whole has a 90+% employment by 3 months after graduation. In our more technical and STEM fields, this is typically closer to 100%. Our MS in Business Analytics, we've been offering it for 3 years, has had 100% employment every year that we've offered it so far, because it's a very popular area, very popular industry for people to go into now, especially here in the US. As I mentioned, our STEM programs offer up to 36 months of OPT, and we have those career fairs and consultation appointments that I mentioned. In addition, some of our programs will also allow for research opportunities. We have 6 different PhD programs here that are available to students who already hold a master's degree. So if you're looking at a master's program and we have a correlated PhD program, it's very popular to do the master's and then stay and complete the PhD afterward. So the research opportunities that we have available for both master's and PhD students will often involve you working with faculty. They will involve you working with those current PhD students, coming up with a project. Most of our graduate level programs end with some kind of capstone or some kind of research. So there are a lot of different opportunities depending on the area that you're interested in going into. As far as the application materials and the eligibility go, Anju did mention quite a few of the requirements that we have in place here. So I'll just briefly recap those. So starting on the left, we have an online application. I'll share that URL at the end so that you can get started if you're interested in applying. We do require a resume or CV. Depending on the program you're looking at, you may or may not, it may or may not require work experience. Most of them do not. There are a few exceptions, but we do like to see any projects, any research, any part-time jobs that you've had, any work study, and anything that you think would be applicable to the program that you're applying to. So please feel free to share your resume or CV for any of those areas. As Anju mentioned, we do require letters of recommendation. Depending on the program that you're applying for, it could be anywhere from 1 to 3 for Eller's grad programs. So just visit your program specific website to find out exactly how many you'll need for each program. Our letters of recommendation, regardless of what you're applying to, can be from anyone from an academic or a professional background. And what that means is you can use professors, you can use academic advisors, you can use anyone from university that you've known that was a teacher or a mentor in any way. And you can also use anybody from your professional experience if you happen to have worked already. So that would be supervisors, coworkers, colleagues, all of those are fair game and all of those are accepted. We do require your transcripts, and then over on the right, you'll see the same criteria that Anju laid out. We need the degree to be 120 credits from Division I and to be accredited with NAAC with an A or better. Most of our programs will require that you write a statement of purpose or an essay. The prompts will depend on which program you're applying to, but in general, this is a document that should be 1 to 2 pages that explains why you feel you're a good fit for the program that you're applying to and how you see that program helping you in your career. Some of the programs will go a little bit further and ask you to answer specific questions, but it will just depend on what it is you're applying to. As far as GMAT GRE scores go, this is an area that's always of very high interest to our students. There are a number of our programs, as Anju mentioned, that are waiving them, and there are a handful that are not. We accept both of these test scores. We don't differentiate them at all. We consider them to be equal. So if you're applying to a program that does happen to require them, such as our MIS, which is our #1 ranked program that I mentioned earlier, that program will definitely ask you for GMAT or GRE scores. You may submit scores from either exam, and we don't have a preference for which one you take. And then the final requirement in general is going to be English proficiency scores. As Anju mentioned, we do accept the IELTS and the TOEFL exams. There are also a few others that are available on our website that we do accept. And then in terms of general eligibility, that GPA of 3.0 or higher, a completed undergraduate degree by the time you would start your master's. So you can apply while you're still in your undergrad, as long as those classes will be completed prior to when our graduate classes start. You'll need to demonstrate English proficiency on one of those exams, and you'll need, if you're looking to be in an on-campus program, to be able to do visa eligibility as well. So when you're admitted, you'll receive an I-20, which you can take to a scheduled visa interview to receive your student visa. A number of our programs are waiving the application fee as well, which is $90 US through October 15th. This is not for every program, but it is for most of them. So please get in touch with us or visit our website to find out if your program that you're interested in is waiving it. But this is our October 15th is our round 1 deadline, and many of our programs are participating in that application fee waiver as well. So speaking of deadlines, these are the ones that are pertinent to our international student audience. So we do have our round 1 deadline, which is our priority deadline. October 15th. So just short of a month from now will be our round 1. Round 2 will be December 1st, and then round 3, which is our final deadline for international students, is February 1st of 2022. An important thing to remember here is that these are for our fall and summer starts. So we do have a number of our programs which offer an intake in the spring. If you're interested in something like our Masters of Accounting that happens to offer both a spring and a fall deadline, but you wanted to get started in the spring, you'll need to apply as soon as possible. I wouldn't wait any longer than the end of October if you're looking to start an on-campus program in this spring of 2022. And then as far as transfer credits go, if you have already started or completed a prior master's degree, we do accept up to 6 credits, which for us is 2 courses of previous graduate work, if those courses align with the courses that you would take in our program. So for example, you already started an MS in finance, but you didn't finish it for some reason, or you didn't like it, so you decided to switch and you'd like to apply to our MS in finance, we will take 6 of those credits in most cases from your previous graduate work, as long as it's in the same area. Our transfer credits evaluation process happens after you receive an admissions decision. So the first step will always be to submit that application and wait to be admitted into the program, and then we'll start working with you on those transfer credits. The transfer credits are something that I definitely recommend reaching out. It's something we look at on a case-by-case basis, and those 6 credits is the maximum, but it doesn't mean that we accept 6 from everyone, and they do have to be from prior graduate work. And then finally, I'd like to take some questions, but first I just want to direct you to the application. So this first URL, how can I apply, will take you directly to the place that Anju showed a screenshot of earlier, where you'll set up a profile and tell us what program you're interested in, start submitting those application materials. So that is apply.grad.arizona.edu. And then I've also put my contact information here. You can feel free to reach out to me at any time through email. And I'm also available to set up appointments via Zoom. So if you have questions, please feel free to reach out. And if I am not the best person to be speaking to at the time, I will let you know who that person is, and we'll do a handoff by email. So at this point, I would love to take any questions that you have about any of the programs that we talked about, or about Eller's grad programs in general. So please, anything that you need more information on.
Thank you, Bruce. That was really insightful. Definitely gave us a very great idea of the various offerings, the criteria of admission, and how the students can get into it. So thanks a lot for that.
Of course.
Now, okay. Okay. Is my screen only blank or everyone's? I don't know.
I can see you.
I don't know what went wrong. I'm not sure. I can't see anything. But anyways, as long as you can hear me, guys, we welcome your questions, if any, related to the criteria of admissions or anything that you would like to ask.
Yeah, hey, are you able to hear me?
Yes, please carry on.
Yes, hi, hey, Bruce, this is Pawan here. I'm looking for management information systems for fall 22. I wanted to ask you regarding the prerequisites, if any. On the website, it does say that we need to take up 2 business courses. And since I'm coming from an engineering background, I believe that applies to me. And apart from that, there's also 2 technical ones which is mentioned. One is on Java and another is JSP. So do you guys need it in the form of, what we studied during our engineering, or can that be compensated or waived off through our work experience as well?
Yes, those are great questions. So we do take work experience into consideration, particularly for MIS. When you're looking at the prerequisites, those are general guidelines and ideas for what we would like to see, but we do make exceptions all the time on a case-by-case basis. So when you apply, You'll include all of that experience in your resume. We will take a look. And if there is anything else that we need, we would let you know that before we make a final decision. Because of MIS's reputation and its ranking, we have a lot of experience with a lot of people from different backgrounds. And the work experience can definitely offset any of the academic requirements that you would see.
Okay, yeah, that's all I had. Thank you for.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I go next?
Please.
Yeah, so like when I gave my GRE, I sent my GRE score to University of Arizona, Eller College Management. That code is 4154, but on the website it says we need, like, there's no name mentioned, there's just a code 4832. So do I need to send my score again, or like, since I've already sent it to Eller, so will that be taken?
You shouldn't need to send it again. Generally, as long as the university received it, all of the colleges would have access to it. So continue to look at your application portal and make sure that the scores appear there within the next couple of weeks. If they don't, you can reach out to your program and make sure that they have it. But in general, we most of the time don't even need a code as long as the university has access to the scores.
Okay, thank you so much. And also, like, as you mentioned that there are rounds for the deadlines, like October, then December. So
Yes.
are there any rounds for MIS as well? Because on the website, it only says that January 15 is a deadline.
Yes, so MIS works a little bit differently than the other programs because of the number of applications that we receive. I would just recommend applying as soon as possible, but definitely before the middle of January.
All right. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you.
Anyone who wants to ask more questions?
Can I go next?
Please.
Can I go?
Yeah, my question is, sir, like, I'm from an electrical background. My major is electrical. So would it be recommended for me to go for any of the management courses like business analytics also?
Sure. So, oh, go ahead. Did you have a second question?
Oh yeah. So if yes, then like I would have to do many prerequisites, right? So what would those prerequisites be, and where can I do those from?
If you're considering the business analytics program, we do accept students from all majors, and there are not specific prerequisites for that particular program. Okay. So business analytics takes students from all different technical backgrounds, and you won't have to worry about individual courses. You will want to be, just to familiarize yourself with at least one programming language between now and when the program would start next year. The two biggest ones that we use are, well, the one biggest one we certainly use is Python. And as long as you feel comfortable with that informally, there's not really specific courses that we're looking for with business analytics.
Okay, so like, work experience is not mandatory, right, for the business analytics program?
Not for business analytics, no. We accept students directly out of their undergrad for that program.
Okay, thank you so much. That was me.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, Rupesh.
Yes.
Hi.
Thank you for this insightful information. I would like to inquire about, I did my MBA and I do have some work experience.
Okay.
I would like to inquire about directly looking for PhD program in finance or marketing. So is there any, yeah, would you care to explain more about a PhD program?
Sure. So for that particular question, we actually do offer both of those PhDs. So we have a PhD in finance and we have a PhD in marketing. So it would just be a matter of you deciding which one you wanted to do. In terms of the general requirements, we require that you have a previous master's degree, so your MBA would qualify for that. And the PhD applications are open as well at that same link. You'll just need to make sure that you select that you want to do the PhD as opposed to the master's.
Thank you so much.
Of course, thank you.
Next one, please. Any questions?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Carry on.
Yeah, so I'm currently pursuing my final year BBA.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to do my MBA for the fall intake. And my BBA will be done by August 2022. And I'm looking forward to do my MBA at September 2022. Is there like any work experience needed?
There
For
is. So
L1?
our full-time MBA will require that you have at least 3 years of professional work experience.
Okay.
Our other master's programs do not have that requirement for the most part. So if you're looking to do an MBA, you would need to get some experience in the business world first and then return for it. But you would be welcome to do the other master's programs without having to do that work experience.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course.
Any more questions before we? Any more questions, guys? Any last questions?
Yeah. Hey, Bruce. Pawan here again. I just wanted to confirm on the fee structure for MIS program.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the breakdown of the fees will depend on how long you do the program. So I would recommend visiting the MIS website and going to the cost section of the page, which will be on your left. It's going to be different depending on how long you choose to study in the program.
Okay. Yeah, I saw it there. It said it is per semester. That's what it's defined as. So it won't be like per credit because the credit is also, it says 33 to 38.
Right.
So it's a bit confused on that.
Yeah, so we charge for the on-campus programs, the fees are charged per semester. And so the MIS program is typically completed over the course of a year and a half and is that 33 to 38 credits. So depending on whether you add an additional semester, the cost would increase. But yeah, just visit the that cost page that you see, and that per semester charge will give you an estimate of how much to expect.
Okay, yeah, that's all. Thank you for the info.
Of course.
Hello.
Hi,
Please.
Pooja.
Yeah, hi, Bruce. Good morning. So I just have a quick question. Do you accept Duolingo test as well, or it's just the IELTS and TOEFL?
We do not accept the Duolingo test for our graduate programs. So the IELTS and the TOEFL are the two biggest ones. And then we also accept the test that's called the CEPT that is offered from the University of Arizona and is only accepted for our programs, but it is an online test that can be taken through our university, and we get those scores immediately. So those are the big three, but no, we unfortunately can't accept Duolingo.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, this is Sriharsha here.
Yes, hi.
Hi, and I'm currently pursuing second year in computer science. So can I continue the rest of my 2 years and also do masters in science in your university?
No, you would have to be finished with your degree first. We only allow for students to be enrolled in one university at a time. So you would need to finish computer science and then submit an application for one of our graduate programs.
Thank you.
If I can interrupt here, if your question was whether, I'm sorry, Bruce, I just thought I'll just interrupt and ask.
That's okay. Sure.
So if your question is whether you can take a transfer after 2 years to
Yeah.
University of Arizona for next 2 years to get a bachelor's first, okay. So if that is the question, then we do allow credit transfer at an undergrad level. And most of the time I have seen students, because when we talk about an undergrad degree, it's a 120 credits degree. 1 year, if you talk about, is what 30 credits, and that's how, right? So most of the students I have seen from very premium universities in the south of India, so they generally end up getting all, 60 credits at times, 58 to 60 credits for their education here in India. So what I would suggest you is, if really are interested in taking a transfer, you can definitely apply alongside your, you can submit your syllabus and your transcripts. Our team sitting there would evaluate how many credits have you done in India, and on the basis of that, the duration of the rest of the degree would be decided. So if you really are looking at it, be in touch with me. I'll be explaining all the process to you sometime next week.
Yeah, yes, thank you for the clarity.
No worries. And of course, after that, you definitely can go ahead and apply for your master's at University of Arizona or Eller College of Management.
Yes, okay. I'll be in contact with you. Thank you.
No worries. Thank you. Any last minute questions?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask a question. Is there a deferred MBA program available?
What do you mean by deferred MBA?
Like the 2+2 deferred MBA program, like you work for 2 years and your seat is already reserved for the next 2 years to do your MBA.
Oh, okay, I understand. No, we don't offer anything like that.
Okay.
No. Great.
Does MIS requires prior work experience?
Does MIS require? It doesn't have it as a hard requirement, but it can help you in the application process if you do happen to have worked.
So
but it's not an absolute requirement.
Just less than a year's experience enough?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
No. Yes, please. Yes, please carry on. We can hear you.
Is there any CFA course in this college, man? This university? CFA, man.
The CFA?
The CFA, short form, analyst course, financial analyst.
Yes. So our MS in Finance program is a course that prepares you to sit for the first 2 levels of the CFA.
I'm referring to CFA. CFA, that is a short form.
Can you just expand CFA for us?
Chartered Financial Analyst.
Right. Okay. So our MS in Finance prepares you for the first 2 levels of the CFA exam.
Oh, do they offer ACCA in this college, university? ACCA and American Chartered Accounts. Like.
Yes. So we have the
UK syllabus. It is like.
Yes.
I'm
so
from
we
Karanga University, my college.
Yes, we have the MS in accounting, which works similarly to the MS in finance, which prepares you for the CFA or for the CPA exam and is to become a chartered accountant. Yes.
I'm planning for ACCA. It's a UK syllabus, but in my college they are offering ACCA. Like so with a GFTA and a global FTA, there's a group is there for ACCA.
Right. So the closest thing for us is the MS, the Master of Science in Accounting, which prepares you the same way the ACCA does for what we call the CPA.
In this university, they'll be having this ACCA training for the master's MSing in case I join this place. It's like ACCA.
Okay, I guess what I'll do is you can just speak to me next week. I'll explain it to you. Don't worry, one-on-one. All right?
Okay.
Yeah. So thanks for your question, though. We'll definitely explain it to you once you write to us or be in touch with us.
Is there any EVS course also? No? EVS, environmental science.
Yes, we do have these courses. So please get in touch with me because we are just trying to focus on Eller College right now. So I'll be more than happy to address your questions.
I'm planning 2023, ma'am, for my 3rd year. So
right, I understand. Thank you. Thank you very much. Any more questions, please?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So looks like we have answered all the questions, Bruce. And thanks a lot for again answering all the questions with a lot of patience. Really appreciate it. And thank you, students, for all great questions you have asked. I'm sure this will help you in making a strong applications to Eller College of Management. And as I said earlier, please reach out to me if you have any questions related to University of Arizona or Eller College of Management in particular, and I'll be more than happy to answer all the questions that you might have and to make this entire journey smoother and enjoyable. So with this, thanks a lot again, Bruce. Have a great day ahead. Have a very good weekend. And thanks a lot to you all who joined us from here. Thanks a lot, Bruce.
Ma'am, can you drop your contact info in the chat, ma'am, please?
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm struggling. Something is wrong with my screen. It's all blank. I'm just talking to a blank screen as we speak, but don't worry. I have your email ID. I'll be sending an email by tomorrow and you'll get my details. But if you want to write it down, it's anjusingh@arizona.edu.
Okay,
okay. Okay, I'll be writing.
Ma'am, could you repeat?
ANJUSINGH.
Yes, ma'am.
At arizona.edu.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Hello.